Alright. Little track spot where I wanted to get in was a bit deep to be wadeable, so I'm hoping this gets me to a bit of the water where I can get in without getting too wet straight off the bat. Running just a dry fly today, keeping it nice and simple. It's been a pretty hot day, so plan is the fish are going to be looking at everything that comes through. Just get a bit of floating on this bad boy to begin with. Oh, here's one looking at it. Is he going to take? No, he didn't want it. He did not want it. Hopefully you guys saw that. He looked at that for a very long time. See if he wants it. Take two. A few bugs about, which is always a good sign when you're running just a dry fly. And the only reason I'm really fishing this so far behind me is because I've just jumped in. Oh, he didn't need it. He hit the water next to it really aggressively. It's not about big fish here. Which that guy certainly wasn't. I'm fairly sure this is a brown trout river, but I thought that about a couple of the others I've fished already this season, and oh, I'm pretty sure I've caught more rainbows than browns thus far. Oh, there was one right in close there. Just moved a tiny, tiny bit, and a little brown shadow appeared out of the depths. Or not so depths. Alright guys, that's a good reminder. Don't jump into just big puddles of silt. I'm in knee deep here, and this is not fun. And it stinks too. That was a super relaxed take. Now, I don't actually have a net today due to some very rushed packing, so I'm not entirely sure There we go guys, wee little trout on the dry. Let's get this out and get him back in. There we are. It's a nice little fish. It's getting a wee bit worried there. I'd fished some, oh, I'm all tangled. Fished some really spectacular looking water, and what's going on here? Some like gee, it's just falling apart for me now that I've got one. I'm not sure how clear it'll be for you guys, but the take from that fish was definitely one of either much more mature fish Or, oh, here's one, here's one, here's one. He watched that for miles. Might have to change flies. That's the second fish that's done that to me. Ooh. That hurt a wee bit. Oh, it's time to change flies. Don't know what to. Just been refused yet again. Just gone over to a bigger and marginally louder tie of the same pattern. See if that's what they're after. If that doesn't work, I'll go smaller. If that doesn't work, I think it'll be time to go home anyway. This has a lot of presence, that's for certain. Oh my gosh, I just had a take. I don't know how I didn't connect. This is quite hard to fish. Almost entirely on access. Admittedly, I'm fairly certain it's a bit high at the moment. But even then, I'm struggling. So it's getting pretty difficult just to like follow the river here with a lot of stuff going over it. High water is keeping me out of the water a little bit. I've ended up on these again. I'm fairly certain these are deer tracks. I know there's a lot of deer in this area. I've done what I came here to do though and caught a trout out of a new river on fly. I was thinking to myself on the car on the way here, I think this season my goal is going to be to see how many different rivers and streams I can pull trout out of. Oh. Bugger. Spooked him somehow. There's one up there somewhere. Just a little guy. There's one. Oh, he saw it. Oh, he's followed it out twice now. Oh, he ate it. I feel like while walking through this super dodgy mud, it's probably a good time to make the point that while I'm out fishing these places for trout, bass, when the season opens cod, I am carrying a PLB in my bag. So if things do go bad in a serious way, I do have a sort of last resort. It's something that I really think anyone who does this sort of thing, and particularly by themselves, but even with someone else, should really carry. Oh! No! Oh, it's getting a wee bit worried there. Another very, very beautiful emphasis on little for this guy Brown, but check out those red spots. Absolutely love these guys. Alright, it's time to jet. It's starting to get dark. I really don't want to be walking through this in the dark. Hey guys, the outro film for that video didn't come out too well, so I thought I'd just quickly film it again. It was a pretty frustrating afternoon on the water with a few fish sighted, but they weren't really feeding. And there was a lot of work to get to the places as well. There's a lot of logs across the river and a few holes I had to walk around. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.